Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Today I am so stoked for this message because it's just all about divine masculines. Now, I asked what is the higher level thinking when the divine masculines think about the divine feminines and reunion. So, before I get into it, just a quick thank you to everybody who subscribed, everybody who likes, everybody who is on the channel, and thank you so much. Even if you haven't subscribed, thank you so much for clicking on this. I do appreciate all of you. So if you do resonate with the messages, please do like the video so it can reach more people and they're able to really resonate with some of these messages that may not have reached them otherwise. So the highest level of thinking, when divine masculine is thinking about the divine feminine and union, what came up? The magician. What don't they know? The Ace of Cups. What's blocking them? Or yeah, what they don't know is the blocks are the Knight of Pentacles. So the divine masculine may be thinking that there is an illusion here with a magician card. Now, usually I would put the magician card as a positive omen. So thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team for allowing me to be the channel for the highest and best good. The magician card is being given here regarding the high level thinking about the divine feminine, because some divine masculines are thinking it's an illusion. Some divine masculines, this isn't going to resonate with everyone, but it's basically saying maybe this is all smoke and mirrors. Maybe that they don't believe in divine union, but they are beginning to understand ways that there is magic within their hands, that they are learning ways to interpret this magic, the ways they can mold it, the way they can manifest things, and they're starting to look for signs. So I had actually channeled this message a couple of videos ago. So if you know which video it was, because it was a very particular message about the divine masculines, magician energy. Now, the reason I find this really interesting is because with the magician energy, it is about understanding that they have power within them. They have the ability to manifest these things. And within that manifestation, they're actually enabling themselves to broaden their knowledge, the capacity for manifestation. But what the magician is here to tell us is sometimes there's a part of the divine masculine in the physical realm that is under an illusion, it's under a spell. Now, I'm getting the magician is a reminder of that false illusion. It could be a false illusion if you're a magician, just, it's a trickery, it's a form of trickery. It's you're trying to trick your audience into awe and wonder. But from the audience's point of view, it's so magical. It's so fun. It's like, oh my gosh, how did they do that? But I don't really care how they did that. That was awesome. Depending upon your standpoint, but depending upon your point of view, this is a beautiful message. So I am really getting into the ability to manifest, and a lot of my friends who know this about me often confirm that things manifest easily because I usually tell them about it, and instead of them judging me or commenting, they usually come back to me going, "Oh my gosh, you manifested that." And at the beginning, I was very unsure about whether it was actually me. And now I'm coming into the assurance that from other people reminding me this has happened, I remember you talking to me about it and you're doing it, or it's come up. So one of the um unintentional manifestations that I did yesterday was I was listening to a song yesterday, and I genuinely, it was the only song that came up on a playlist that I was like, oh my God, I love this song. And I actually just, I declared it out into the universe. It was so nice, but I declared it out into the universe and I was like, oh my God, I love this. And then later on in the evening, my divine masculine actually used this song in his content creation. Now, there was no exchange between I like this song. My divine masculine wasn't around me physically. Like, we were in totally different countries. But what I did, no, we weren't. We were in the same country. Maybe not at that time. I don't know. I can't remember because he was traveling yesterday and I was in a different location. So what my point was is I was in a specific point in the world and I was listening to the song. I declared it out into the universe. And then later on in the evening, he actually used that specific song regarding his content. Now, that wasn't a physical exchange, but it was a frequency we were both tuned in on, and that's how we communicate. That was telepathy. That is twin flame telepathy. Now, you may have that with your friends and family. I'm not saying this is specifically twin flame because a lot of people who may be thinking they're on a twin flame journey could be on a soulmate journey, could be in a karmic position. So I don't know your circumstances and your connection. This is a general reading. Only take what resonates. But whatever is happening for you at this time, if you are certain you're in a twin flame union, start writing things down. So when you are in union, when you are in permanent physical union, you can then compare these notes to those signs and synchronicities. And I also heard from Spirit to say, get a new book, start now. So because of this, you are really honing in on the signs, synchronicities, and messages that are coming up. And what I'm also seeing is the Ace of Cups is here to say that there is an infinite amount of love that exists between the both of you. There had been an element of uncertainty, trying to defend their own opinions and beliefs to themselves. I'm talking about the divine masculines, but it's basically saying that the divine masculines, before they can understand how truly magical this connection is, that the love is, they're not going to appreciate it. And that's why you aren't ever given signs and lessons until you're ready. So imagine 20 years ago, for example, or 10 years ago, depending upon your age, if your soulmate or twin flame came along and you were sad, negative, worried, if you were in that uncertain energy, if you weren't in high vibration and you had the most perfect person come to you, like you could go on 100 dates and you couldn't find the connection that you already have with this person. Well, you know what? Because of your energy, you wouldn't have recognized them years ago. You could have been in front of the perfect person, but because of your state of mind, you weren't open to that. You weren't open to that frequency. It wasn't welcomed in because of the energies. And union is only possible when we're in that open-hearted energy. So what I'm seeing is this amount of love can be cultivated when you are in true love, high vibrational frequency with yourself on your own without any other circumstances. And we can all be in high vibrational frequency when we're doing something we love, right? When we are on a retreat, when we are on holiday, for example. But how do you cultivate that open-hearted, high vibrational frequency when you're going about your day to day? Well, this comes back to going into a state of mindfulness and meditation in everything you're doing. So a lot of people end up we all lead busy lives, but we all prioritize things differently. So what I'm trying to say is, what do you normally do mindlessly? And what can you bring in mindfulness to? So say, for example, I was with a bunch of friends this weekend, and one of the message this morning just go, oh no, this was yesterday actually. One of the message said, usually I don't get to enjoy my breakfast. I'm usually scoffing down the breakfast, eating it, inhaling it as fast as I can. So I'm moving on to the next thing. And that isn't just breakfast. It's usually lunch, snack, dinner, right? How often are we actually being mindful with the food we're eating? Because that is the energy we're consuming. And if we're eating, well, actually, even vegetables, they are live. They exist. They grow. So we think we're hurting animals as feelings if we are if we're a meat eater, or we choose to be vegetarians because we don't want to hurt animals. Well, you're hurting the plants Because don't they say if you love a flower, don't pick it because then it'll start dying? That's exactly what happens to vegetables. If it's grounded, if it's growing, it will continue to ground and grow and thrive. When we pick the vegetables, they start deteriorating. So, what I'm trying to say here is when you're actually in this open-hearted energy, when you're mindfully eating, you're using that as a circumstance to elevate your frequency, to elevate your energy. In this heightened elevation, it's 13:30 on the 13th as I'm recording this. So this is very much a coming into a soul union with your heart, body, soul, with your inner divine masculine and feminine, to understand that the love is within you, and it's up to you to see that love in others. So right now you're focusing on your divine counterpart because you see the love that you want, you need, you have in them, mirroring back to you. So a lot of times people end up attracting a karmic relationship because they need to be mirrored back to them certain insecurities, some triggers, some doubts. So things will crop up, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're in a twin flame connection. So this is why there's a very fine line between, do we actually reside and conform to the twin flame name? Or can we just be in existence that there is a divine connection between you and your counterpart? And maybe we don't need to call it twin flames. Maybe it can be something else that we just don't need to attach ourselves to a definition. So, what I'm saying here is there is a profound sense of love between the both of you. We've got the Lovers card and we've got the Ace of Cups. Be in a state of open heartedness, harmony, and whatever that reflects back to you in life, take that as what you're doing right now. So instead of focusing on your divine masculine or divine feminine, whoever you're actually listening for, use this converging energy to expand your own heart, to expand your love, to expand this union within you and attract these loving relationships and conversations and food and clothing and opportunities. And all these things are available to us when we are open hearted in that way. Now, what we also have is the Knight of Pentacles. For the Divine Masculines, they are looking at true wish fulfillment. Remember, I'm asking the question of what is the Divine Masculine's higher level thinking when they think about their Divine Feminine in reunion. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a wish fulfillment for them. We've got the Magician, the Ace of Cups, but we also have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the blockage. Knight of Pentacles do like to take their time. These individuals are those who check their lists, they cross the T's, they dot the I's, they make sure every single thing is packed correctly in their backpack when they go out, when they are planning a trip. Like it seems as if they're spontaneous, but actually they've gone through a lot of planning in their head. So this is something, this Knight of Pentacles, something that really serves their perfectionist type of characteristic. So we know they are looking from a new vantage point when it comes to being this magician energy. They are going to test you in different ways, particularly if you lack patience, they're going to test patience with you. If you are highly insecure, they are going to bring those tests to you to build your security, your worthiness, your appreciation for yourself. They may take their time, but it's going to be purposeful. It's going to be deliberate. It's going to be planned. There are no coincidences, I just heard. So you are in this element of divine masculine, pardon me. Divine masculine is in this element of knowing that when they think about their divine masculine, there is love here. 717 or 17 117 711 could be a definite sign for a lot of you who are listening in and resonating with this. 1331 13, all of these are allowing you to tune into the numbers you're seeing. And the thing about this is if you're seeing specific numbers in a specific orientation, it could be 76, it could be 617, could be 717. whatever specific orientation you're seeing, before we used to go, oh, we're seeing numbers, great, it's a sign. But what is it a sign of? Have you labeled that sign? Now, a lot of you say, this is my twin flame number. Perfect, that's great. But the sign usually comes up for you who is listening to this as a reminder. So what have you attached to those numbers, and why are those numbers important? What is the number teaching you? Because if the number keeps coming up, you're not getting the message. So say, for example, you're seeing a number 222. This number will signify balance, harmony, integration, groundedness. It could also signify union, but it's going to be slightly different to everyone based on their identity interpretation. The reason I'm bringing this up is, what were you thinking before the number came up? What are you thinking during the number? And what are you thinking after that number? So before actually trying to manipulate anything, when you see the number, go back and just go, what was I just thinking about? Then say thank you, and then go about your business. If the number comes up again, you might want to actually ask yourself, this number is presented to me because I'm thinking about something, and not just thinking about your divine masculine. Remember, you're trying to pull back the energy from your divine masculine. You're drawing the energy inwards and upwards and downwards towards Mother Source, between Source and Mother Gaia. And what you're doing in that circumstances is you're heightening your frequency, and it's the frequency that you're in that brings in twin flame union. So it's all well and good to think about your divine masculine. It's all well and good to see the numbers and signs. But what is it about that that is teaching you? Because otherwise you're just going to be on cycle replay. You're just going to be on a loop. You're going to keep seeing the signs. You're going to keep thinking about your divine masculine. You're going to keep seeing signs. You're going to keep thinking about divine masculine. You're not breaking out of that pattern, if that makes sense. So what the divine masculine is saying, that, or we're actually seeing this from source to say that there is major arcana at play here. There is a major revelation and transformation that you're about to go through. Whenever you break out of that number cycle, you're actually observing what signs, synchronicities, and manifestations are occurring for you. And it doesn't necessarily mean twin flame union love. It could be in every area of life. And this is what really throws me when people in spiritual circles, in inverted commas, say, oh, this is how you manifest your partner. This is how you manifest your career. This is how you manifest this. Buy this course and I will teach you how to do it. And I call BS on that, because there are so many different ways of manifesting. You need to figure out what works for you, and then you can manifest anything. It could be love, it could be career, it could be a new pair of shorts, it could be anything. But people end up chalking it up to coincidences. Whereas the divine masculines, the reason we've got the magician card at the beginning, the masculines are in hanged man position, trying to go into source energy and trying to figure out this connection. What they are actually doing is speaking to themselves in an honest way. Being a magician, they want to know, how does it work? So in terms of, they might be Googling things of, okay, so if they're, I don't know, just take one example. If they're trying to learn about magic, for instance, they're probably watching YouTube videos, they might be reading books, listening to podcasts. They're trying to go inwards in terms of, how does it work? If you're looking at trying to become a mechanic, you're probably going to have to break down car parts and look at how the vehicle works. Now, they are being honest with themselves that they don't know. There are no strategies, strategic, viable workshops that they are interested in to learn about how to be a magician. There is nothing online on how to become a magician. I'm not talking about magic tricks. I'm talking about the essence of the magician in tarot. You can look up what tarot means regarding magician card, but that's, again, it's not what I'm meaning. The divine masculines know ways to manifest, but they are trying to kind of break it down without seeing physical confirmations. And what that means is they're going to have to use their trial and error. They're going to have to use their intuition. They're going to have to be honest with themselves about what it is they truly want. And within that, they are going to receive and unlock this unconditional love that resides in you, divine feminine, who is listening, but also resides in them. So their inner divine masculine and feminine is in union because they're in this high level frequency of the Ace of Cups energy. They're trying to tune into how manifestation works because it works from an energetic frequency they hold. And this has the power to create instantly. So when you do think about this person and they ring you, you knew that was going to happen because you let go, because you surrendered, because you trusted that whether it comes, it's great. And if it doesn't, that's great too. You're in this state of surrender. And often people trip themselves up when it comes to manifestation because they can't let go. This is what's happening with your divine masculine. If you're constantly thinking about them, well, then they don't have a chance to go through the gap in the frequency to get to you. So when you are in that high vibrational frequency, they're going to come to you and they're going to come in quickly with communication. But right now, there is a pause. There is a in waiting. There is a uncertainty. In this pause, in this uncertainty, in this energy, the Three of Wands is saying that they're still taking their time because neither one of you have shifted the frequency, shifted in accordance to the signs. And now we have the Knight of Cups, which actually heightens that slow moving, methodical, committed energy. If you are wanting your divine masculines to commit, to give you some sense of security, some consistency, are you giving that to yourself? Are you appreciating where your divine masculine is on their journey, judgment free, and just working on yourself? So when you do look for signs, what is that teaching you in regards to you and your connection with source? So this is what the universe is trying to heighten. This is a divine masculines unleashing their magic, but we're kind of given the blueprint to understand the way they're trying to figure it out is something that you've kind of surpassed, you've kind of missed a step, but you kind of need to go backwards. Whereas they're taking their time because it's taken a while for them to understand this. And so their energy is reminding you, divine feminines, of the things that you may have missed. Where did you get distracted on this journey? Because your divine masculine will distract you. So you need to reach these states of higher ascension, tapping into source energy, tapping into the higher self, tapping into ways to unlock your own gifts. That's why there's a divine masculine and divine feminine gap. There needs to be a shift in this energy, this change, in order for reunion to happen, in order for your wishes to be fulfilled. And right now, a lot of you are thinking, well, wait a second, my divine masculine isn't here. I'm supposed to unlock my gifts with my divine masculines. Stop being in the need to be with the divine masculines and be in the need to sow the seeds that you need for your higher self. Hold on to your inner child. Find things that ignite your flame and give you an opportunity to receive, to be of service, to enhance those gifts, to move forward in life, to start enjoying life. Do things that you want to do with your divine masculines all by yourself. Just do that and start to balance your own divine masculine and feminine energies within. So I'm going to leave the messages right there. If you've resonated with this, please do let me know, because it was very unconventional, but it was very important to understand the signs and synchronicities, the numbers, and ways to actually manifest your your own intuition and move past some of the blocks that you may be going through. So we have been going through, significant changes on the planet. Some of you may still be reeling and kind of integrating and grounding the energies from the solar storms and um the change that's happening. But give yourself some grace. And if you did if this message did resonate with you, please let me know in the comments box, because we are here to share with one another. We don't normally get this opportunity to find other like-minded twin flames, and we need to support each other first and foremost. So if you're not already a member, click on the membership on YouTube so you can actually see these videos on live. And let me know if you're looking for a personal reading. I would love to work with you. So hit me up at divinesacredtarot@gmail.com. And I'm so, so grateful for everybody who I've already given readings for, and for those of you who are booked in for the month of May, because June is pretty much fully booked. So if you are available and you were curious about the way you can enhance your own journey of manifestation between you and your twin flame, I would love to be able to channel some of the energies and frequencies that you're going through and your person's going through at this time. I love you so much. Have an amazing day and rest of the week. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.